Hey Aries, I need to talk to you about something really important that is happening in your energy right now. I have been working with the cards for you and what came through is absolutely wild. We are talking about a complete shift in how you manifest, how you create your reality, and honestly how the universe is responding to you right now. So, I just pulled the Queen of Pentacles, and this energy is so grounded and abundant. This is you stepping into this version of yourself that knows exactly what you want and exactly how to get it. You are not chasing anymore. You are attracting. There is this incredible shift happening where you are becoming magnetic to opportunities, to resources, to the right people. The Queen of Pentacles is all about nurturing your dreams into reality but doing it from this place of absolute certainty. You are not hoping things work out. You know they will. And that knowing, that unshakable confidence, that is what is making everything shift for you right now. What I am seeing with this card is that you have been building something. Maybe it has felt slow. Maybe you have questioned yourself. But all of that groundwork you have been laying down is about to show you why it mattered. The Queen of Pentacles does not just wish for abundance, she creates the conditions for it. And that is exactly what you have been doing even if you did not realize it. Every small step, every decision to choose yourself, every time you said no to what did not align, you were building this foundation. And now that foundation is solid enough to hold everything you have been dreaming about. The energy here is so nurturing too. You are not forcing anything. You are allowing things to come to you because you have created this space in your life where only what is meant for you can enter. And Aries, the universe is noticing. The universe is responding. This is not about hustling harder. This is about embodying the energy of someone who already has what they want. And when you do that, when you live from that place, manifestation becomes effortless. Now here is where things get really interesting because the next card I pulled is the Three of Swords, and I know that might sound scary, but stay with me. This card is showing me that you have been carrying some pain, some heartbreak, some disappointment, and it has been heavy. Maybe it is from a relationship. Maybe it is from a situation that did not go the way you hoped. Maybe it is just the weight of feeling like things have been hard for longer than they should have been. But here's what the Three of Swords is really telling you right now. That pain, that heartbreak, it is being released. It is being cleared out to make room for what is coming. You cannot manifest from a place of woundedness. You cannot call in your dreams while you are still holding on to the hurt from what did not work out. And the Three of Swords appearing here is not a warning. It is a healing. It is the universe saying, okay, we are done with this chapter. We are releasing this. We are letting it go. And I know that might bring up some emotions. I know it might feel tender. But Aries, this is necessary. This is what clears the path for your manifestation era to really take off. Think about it like this. You have been trying to create space in your life for new things, but you have been holding on to old pain. And that old pain takes up space. It takes up energy. It takes up your belief in what is possible. The Three of Swords is showing me that you are finally ready to let that go. Not because you are over it in some fake positive way, but because you genuinely understand now that holding onto it is not serving you. It is not protecting you. It is just keeping you stuck in a story that is no longer true. And when you release that, when you really let it go, the energy that frees up is massive. Suddenly you have all this space. All this energy, all this capacity to focus on what you actually want instead of what hurt you. And that is when manifestation gets easy. That is when things start flowing to you because you are not blocked anymore. You are not carrying all that weight. You are light. You are open. You are ready. Okay, so the next card that came through is the Hermit, and this one is so important for your manifestation journey right now. The Hermit is about going within. It is about finding your own light, your own truth, your own knowing. And what this card is telling me is that part of entering your manifestation era is learning to trust yourself more than you trust anyone else. More than you trust what other people think you should want. More than you trust what looks good on paper. You need to trust what feels true to you. I am seeing that you might have been looking outside of yourself for validation, for confirmation, for someone to tell you that yes, you are on the right path. Yes, your dreams are valid. Yes, you deserve what you want. But the Hermit is showing me that the only validation you need is your own. And when you give yourself that validation, when you trust your own inner knowing, that is when your manifestations start showing up exactly the way you pictured them. Because you are not diluting your vision with other people's opinions anymore. You are not second-guessing yourself. You are just aligned. The Hermit also represents this period of intentional solitude. And I know, Aries, you are a fire sign. You like action. You like being out there. But right now there is power in pulling back a little bit, in getting quiet, in spending time with yourself and really connecting to what you want. Not what you think you should want. Not what would impress other people, but what genuinely lights you up. What genuinely excites you. What genuinely feels aligned with who you are becoming. This is your time to get clear, to get specific, to really hone in on what you are manifesting. Because when you are clear, the universe can deliver. When you are specific, there is no confusion about what you are calling in. And the Hermit is giving you this space to do that inner work, to do that clarifying, to really connect with your own desires at the deepest level. And Aries, when you do that, when you get that clear, your manifestations are going to come through so fast because there is no resistance. There is no doubt. There is just pure aligned intention. All right, next card. The High Priestess. And oh my God, this energy is so potent. The High Priestess is all about intuition, about inner knowing, about trusting what you feel even when it does not make logical sense. And what this card is telling me is that your intuition is about to become your greatest manifestation tool. You are going to start knowing things before they happen. You are going to start feeling pulled towards certain actions, certain people, certain opportunities, and when you follow those pulls, everything is going to align perfectly. The High Priestess is showing me that you have access to information that most people do not. Not because you are special in some weird way, but because you are tuned in. You are connected. You are paying attention to the subtle signs, the synchronicities, the feelings that come up in your body when something is right or wrong for you. And that attunement, that connection, that is what is going to guide you into the exact right circumstances for your manifestations to come through. I am also seeing with the High Priestess that there is something you know that you have not been acting on. There is some intuitive hit you got, some feeling you had, some inner knowing that told you to do something or go somewhere or reach out to someone, and you talked yourself out of it. You rationalized it away. You convinced yourself it did not make sense. But the High Priestess is coming through to tell you that those intuitive hits are gold. Those are direct downloads from the universe. Those are breadcrumbs leading you exactly where you need to go. So moving forward, when you get those feelings, when you get those nudges, when something inside you says yes or no without any logical reason, I need you to listen. I need you to trust that, because that is your connection to the quantum field. That is your connection to the energy that is orchestrating your manifestations behind the scenes. And when you follow that, when you trust that, you are going to end up in the right place at the right time over and over again. You are going to meet the right people. You are going to hear the right information. You are going to take the right actions. All because you trusted your intuition. Next up we have the Seven of Wands, and this card is so fierce. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, about defending your vision, about not letting other people's doubt or negativity or fear shake you from what you know is possible. And Aries, this is so relevant for you right now because as you step into this manifestation era, as you start claiming bigger things, as you start going after what you really want, there are going to be people who do not get it. There are going to be people who question you. There are going to be people who project their own limitations onto you. And the Seven of Wands is telling you that you need to be ready for that. You need to be prepared to hold your vision even when other people cannot see it. Even when other people think you are being unrealistic or too ambitious or naive. You need to stand firm in what you know is true for you. Because your manifestations are not up for debate. Your dreams are not up for other people's approval. This is your life. This is your vision. And you get to protect it. What I am seeing with this card is that you might face some pushback. Maybe from family. Maybe from friends. Maybe from people who think they know what is best for you. But here's the thing. They are not living your life. They do not have your vision. They do not have your connection to what is possible for you. So their opinions, while maybe well-intentioned, are not relevant. The Seven of Wands is asking you to be strong enough to stand alone if you need to believe in yourself even when no one else does, to keep going even when people think you should give up or settle or be more realistic. And honestly, Aries, this is where your fire sign energy is going to serve you so well. You are naturally brave. You are naturally bold. You are naturally willing to go after what you want even when it scares you. So channel that energy. Use that courage. Let it fuel you when things get tough or when people try to talk you out of your dreams. Because the people who are meant to support you will show up. But in the meantime, you need to be your own biggest supporter. You need to be your own loudest cheerleader. You need to believe in your vision so strongly that no external doubt can touch it. Now the next card is the Devil, and I know this one can feel heavy, but in the context of manifestation this is actually really powerful. The Devil is about breaking free from limitations, from addictions, from patterns that keep you stuck. And what this card is showing me is that part of your manifestation era is about releasing yourself from whatever has been holding you back. Maybe it is a belief system. Maybe it is a habit. Maybe it is a relationship or situation that you have been tolerating even though you know it is not good for you. The Devil is highlighting where you have been giving your power away, where you have been staying small, where you have been playing it safe because breaking free felt too scary or too hard or too uncertain. But Aries, you cannot manifest a bigger life while you are still chained to small thinking. You cannot call in abundance while you are still operating from scarcity. You cannot step into your power while you are still giving it away to people or circumstances that do not deserve it. So the Devil is asking you to identify what those chains are. What are you still holding onto that you know you need to release? What patterns are you repeating that are keeping you stuck in the same cycles? What fears are you letting control your decisions? Because once you identify those things, once you bring them into the light, you can start to dismantle them. You can start to break free. And when you do, when you really release yourself from those self-imposed limitations, your manifestation power is going to explode. I am also seeing with the Devil that there might be some temptation to go back to old ways, to slip back into comfortable patterns even if they do not serve you. And you need to be aware of that. You need to catch yourself when you start gravitating toward what is familiar instead of what is aligned. Because your manifestation era requires you to be in new energy. It requires you to operate differently. And that means being willing to let go of what feels safe in favor of what feels true. Okay, the next card is the Tower, and I know this is another one that can feel intense, but hear me out. The Tower is about sudden change, about things falling apart so that something better can be built. And in the context of entering your manifestation era, the Tower is telling me that some things in your life are going to need to come down. Some structures, some relationships, some situations. Not because you did anything wrong, but because they are not built to hold the version of you that is emerging. The Tower is actually a gift. It is the universe clearing out what is no longer aligned so that you have space for what is. And yes, it can feel chaotic. Yes, it can feel scary. Yes, it can feel like everything is falling apart. But Aries, what if it is actually falling together? What if these sudden changes, these unexpected shifts, these moments of upheaval are actually the universe rearranging things in your favor? What if everything that is leaving is making room for something so much better? I am seeing that you might already be experiencing some Tower energy. Things might already be shifting in ways you did not expect. And if that is the case, I need you to trust it. I need you to surrender to it. Because resisting the Tower only makes it harder. Trying to hold onto what is crumbling only creates more pain. But when you let go, when you trust that what is meant for you will stay and what is not will fall away, you free yourself up to receive what is actually coming. And what is coming, Aries, is so much better than what is going. The Tower clears the path for your manifestations to come through in ways that are actually sustainable, in ways that actually align with who you are becoming. So even if things feel unstable right now, even if you are in the middle of some major life changes, know that this is part of the process. This is part of entering your manifestation era. Because you cannot step into a new reality while you are still clinging to the old one. The next card I pulled is the Moon, and this one is really interesting because the Moon is about illusions, about what is hidden, about trusting the journey even when you cannot see the full picture. And what this card is telling me is that your manifestation era is going to require a lot of faith, a lot of trust, a lot of believing in what you cannot yet see. Because the path is not going to be completely clear. The how is not going to be completely obvious. But that does not mean it is not working. The Moon is showing me that there is a lot happening beneath the surface right now. A lot of energy shifting. A lot of pieces moving into place. But you cannot see all of it yet. And that is okay. That is actually part of the magic. Because when you can hold your vision even when you do not have all the answers, even when you do not know exactly how it is going to happen, you are demonstrating the kind of faith that the universe responds to. You are showing that you trust the process, that you trust the timing, that you trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. I am also seeing with the moon that you need to be careful about letting fear or anxiety cloud your vision. Because the moon can bring up a lot of uncertainty, a lot of what-ifs, a lot of worst-case scenarios playing out in your mind. And if you let those fears take over, if you let that anxiety dictate your actions, you are going to block your manifestations. You are going to create resistance. You are going to energetically push away what you are trying to call in. So when the moon energy shows up, when you start feeling unsure or anxious or like you cannot see the path forward, I need you to come back to your faith. Come back to your trust. Come back to the knowing that the universe has your back. That what is meant for you cannot miss you. That everything is unfolding exactly as it should even if you cannot see the full picture yet. And when you can hold that energy, when you can stay grounded in faith instead of fear, your manifestations are going to come through in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. Last card. 5 of Pentacles. And I know this card traditionally represents hardship or feeling left out in the cold. But in the context of your manifestation era, this card is showing me something different. It is showing me that you have been through a period of struggle, a period of feeling like you did not have enough, like you were on the outside looking in, like everyone else had what you wanted and you were still waiting. And that experience, as hard as it was, taught you something incredibly valuable. It taught you what you do not want. It taught you what you are no longer willing to tolerate. It taught you that you deserve more. The 5 of Pentacles is the contrast that makes you clear on what you are manifesting. Because you have experienced lack, you know exactly what abundance feels like. Because you have experienced struggle, you know exactly what ease feels like. Because you have felt left out, you know exactly what belonging feels like. And that clarity, that knowing that comes from experience, that is what makes your manifestation so powerful now. You are not just hoping for better. You know what better looks like because you have lived the opposite. What I am seeing with this card is that the hard times are over. The struggle phase is complete. You have learned what you needed to learn. You have grown in the ways you needed to grow. And now you are stepping into the receiving phase, into the manifestation phase, into the phase where everything you went through starts to make sense because you can see how it prepared you for what is coming. And Aries, what is coming is so good. So aligned, so worth everything you have been through. The 5 of Pentacles is also reminding you to not let past scarcity dictate future abundance. Just because things were hard before does not mean they will be hard now. Just because you struggled before does not mean you will struggle again. You are in different energy now. You are a different person now. And you are manifesting from a completely different place. So let go of the old story. Let go of the fear that it will be hard again. Let go of the belief that you have to struggle to deserve good things. Because you do not. You deserve ease. You deserve flow. You deserve to have your manifestations show up effortlessly. And they will. So Aries, here is what I want you to take away from this reading. You are entering your manifestation era and it is real. The cards are showing me that you have everything you need. The clarity, the intuition, the strength, the faith, the willingness to release what is not working. The courage to stand in your vision even when other people do not get it. You have been through the hard part. You have done the inner work. You have cleared the blocks. And now you are in the receiving phase. Your manifestations are coming. They are already on their way. And all you need to do is stay aligned. Trust your intuition. Hold your vision. Release what is not serving you. Stand your ground when people doubt you. Surrender to the changes. Have faith in what you cannot yet see. And remember that you deserve everything you are calling in. You are ready for this. The universe is ready to deliver. And your manifestation era starts now.